Listen, it's a tremendous pleasure and honor, really, to be invited to speak at TechFest here in Mumbai. For a number of reasons. It's not my first time. I was thrilled to be invited back. But there's a couple of big reasons for this. One is, I think, if you look objectively at the world, there is no question that the center of gravity of the world, economically, technologically, innovation-wise, is shifting incredibly quickly from the West, America and Europe, to the East, India and China. And so I feel like I'm being invited to the future here, not just because you're so much younger than me and better looking, but because you're in the right place, and not just like in the right place in the world, but also in the right school, of course. I am not an expert on this, but I did work at Google and Facebook, now Meta, for about a decade as an engineering manager in various capacities in California, of course, in London, in Sydney, Australia, and everywhere I was very heavily involved in hiring. And back then, at least, everyone wanted to work at Google and everyone wanted to work at Facebook. And so we got hundreds of thousands of applications. And we tried to make our interviews as difficult as we possibly could so that we would only get the best of the best of the best. And one thing always stood out, which is that when a candidate had a degree from iiT in Bombay, they always passed our interviews. I swear. Even the biggest schools in America didn't have that same statistic. It got so boring that I proposed we should just stop interviewing people from iiT Bombay. We should give them a job offer. And it wasn't just that the graduates from are good at interviews, although that's true too, but also like the success of people that did take our job offers was incredible. So I'm a little bit envious. You're young, you're the best school in the world, the best place in the world. Well done. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Google Maps and what I did after, and we're going to have questions afterwards, right? And so take a little bit of time as you're listening to think about what kind of questions you'd like to answer, ask. I mean, like things like, when's the U.S. stock market going to stop crashing? I have no idea. Don't ask me that. But you could ask, for example, is it true that brothels, like brothels, played an important role in the growth of Google Maps in the United Kingdom? Surely that can't be. You could ask questions like that. Or you could ask, what do you think the next big thing is? What did happen to Google Wave, which I talked about when I was here last, failed. What's next? What about crypto? What about the metaverse? Borders are controversial. You must have run into fun, say, around Taiwan. Questions like that, it's entirely up to you. I am a computer scientist by trade, a programmer, and I tend to be attracted to quite ambitious things. And as a result, this is the outcome of most of the projects I worked on. And Google Maps, honestly, is an exception to that, and one that I'm extremely proud of, as you can imagine. So 20 years ago, my brother and I started this project, which is now used by, actually, a show of hands here. Does anyone here use Google Maps?